Death by stereo. Death by stereo.
Hello there, fellow Radiant Stars and combatants alike. How y'all doing? Razzle Joseph here, bringing you a Mortal Kombat 3 tutorials for Mortal Kombat 3 specifically, not UMK3. We'll get to that one some other time. This is around how to beat Motaro, because if you've ever played this game, you know how much of a pain in the neck this guy can be. And you'll go online, you'll look stuff up, and it's tons of questions. How do I beat Motaro? How do I beat Motaro? How do I beat Motaro? And at best you'll get someone saying, oh, you gotta use uppercuts, oh, you gotta use combos, but they don't really explain one important thing, which is timing and animations for your characters. If you don't have those two things down, and you don't learn how Motaro thinks, so to speak, you're gonna be eating that big damage, and you're gonna be banging your head in the wall trying to beat this guy for like longer than it should take. So let's get started with that. I'm not going to make you go through the arcade ladder. I'm just going to pick my dude, Kabal, who I'm good at. Well, not really good at, but I can at least beat the game with him on off. So we're going to click this, and I'm going to use my MAME cheats to do that. If you don't know how to install MAME cheats, check out the description. I'll get you a thing for that. But Motaro, you see, you can't fight him like a normal guy, because as you know, this dude will reflect any projectiles you shoot at him. Look, that hit him and it didn't even do any damage, right? And you could be like, ping, 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 and he's just going to decide to grab you, and there you go, right? Oh, boom, you're dead, right? As an example, right? This dude can just chew through your health. So what you want to do is you're going to try to bait him into jumping forward on you, and then you're going to punish him accordingly. So you notice I kind of do that jumping punch. I'm trying to get him to leap forward. And you want to be far enough to where he's going to do that. See, I wasn't. Because when he leaps forward... Okay, so it's not a foolproof strategy, but it's like a 9 times out of 10 kind of thing. Okay, 8 times out of 10, let's say. Man, he's just not cooperating with me here. Let's try that again. Mortal Kombat 3 dedicated to make me look like on my own channel. There we go, see? Got him to jump forward. Bing, bing, bing. He teleports away. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. You want to use your character's basic 3-hit combo if you can, and you want to be wary of the animations, because I remember doing a video where like it was commentary-less and it was me beating them with every character, and some characters, their animations wouldn't hit Motaro. The hitbox wouldn't hit his hurt box, and so the combo would drop and it would be a nightmare. So you want to have, you want to keep that in mind. It's like, let me see if I can get him to leap forward here. Come on, work with me here, buddy. Okay, that one worked. That one also worked. So I was trying to do another take of this, and like Kabal's uppercut kept whiffing against him. So he'd jump forward on me, and I would just, it wouldn't hit, it wouldn't connect with him, and I'd eat big damage. But you see here, I got him jumping in. I'm doing relatively okay. So I wanted to jump forward like that. There you go. And then on the chain, so shotgun. I mean, this isn't really a shotgun tutorial, so let me go ahead and reset that. Let me let's do a different character here. So sometimes you do a tutorial video, or you're going to do one, and it's unscripted, and you come up with things that kind of just interrupt what you're doing, and bring up things that you should have brought up. So we picked Kung Lao here, right? Like I said I was going to do. And there's something that comes up that you have to keep in mind, and it's how your character's hitboxes interact with the character's hurt boxes. Now, if you don't speak fighting game jargon, what that basically means is when your character goes to do something like a punch or a kick, the game has like let's say a box around it that's where it would, you know, do damage if it connects with the character's the enemy's hurt box, which is, you know, hitbox hits this hurt box, that causes damage. The thing with Motaro is sometimes the hurt box for combo animations won't connect. The hitbox won't connect with the hurt box, and you end up in a world of hurt. So let me demonstrate what that is a little bit here. And it kind of also goes into why, like, oh, they'll just do combos doesn't always work as advice, because you run into that problem. So let me see if I can get him to jump forward so I can... You see that? You see how he went to do the elbow, but it didn't hit, so I couldn't continue the combo. This can also happen with his close-up knee kicks, too. So if you... See? So what do you do in that case? You gotta vary up your strategy. Remember, Motaro is... his whole thing is jumping in on you. Or not jumping on you. The whole strategy is trying to get him to jump in on you. Also, that tail whip has a really long, like, big hitbox. So what can we do? Well, Kung Lao, he's got this big hitbox with his jump kick like this. So we want to kind of just keep trying to jump back, and then we can use things like his dive kick to get him. Or we could try to get him with an uppercut. Well, see, there it is again, right? So it's not the game like deciding that you're not going to hit him. It's just a matter of your character's hitbox didn't hit his hurt box, and that resulted in you taking damage. And that can make fighting Motaro extremely frustrating, because you're trying to follow advice that people told you, oh, you just got to do this and you'll win, and you're getting mollywopped anyways. So, if I could push the right buttons, that would help. So I'm going to keep just trying to bait him. You can also just keep watching Motaro and see if you can get the read, and then jump forward in on him and then kick him and hit him that way. So this could be also a fight where you're just watching Motaro, keeping your eye on him and seeing what he's up to. So you can get the read on him. If he jumps forward, then you can punish him. See, usually he does that. Oh, see, I messed up. Jumps forward. There we go. Get him. Oop, he's teleporting around. Let's see if I can... Boom. Time's running out. Okay, that's nonsense. But that's kind of what you gotta do. You gotta... And that's why it's good, I feel like, if we're gonna do these kind of tutorial things, is to kind of know how the AI thinks. Like with Mortal Kombat 2, you know, everybody's like, oh, the computer button reads, yada yada yada, which it does, by all means. The Mortal Kombat 2 AI cheats like a mofo. But if you kind of figure out how it thinks, then you can use that and turn it against it. So since I know how Motaro thinks, yeah, it's not going to be crystal clear easy, but I can take that knowledge and snag that W. So let's try that again. We're just going to keep doing that. I would do the punch, but this isn't Mortal Kombat, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. That's why I said Mortal Kombat 3 specifically, because I know there's a lot of people who like to play Mortal Kombat 3 as opposed to UMK3. Because in Ultimate, you could jump in with a low punch, and if you connect it, you could go into your combo, which makes it a lot easier for characters like Kung Lao to get that hit confirm and then carry out their combo. So we're just gonna keep our eye on Motaro. One that lets us know when he's trying to teleport around us. We're just gonna watch for that jump. We almost got him. Ooh, that's gonna be damage. Bam! That was totally unplanned. I forgot Kung Lao did that. But that's a couple of, I'm not even going to bother trying to fight Shao Kahn. But that's kind of something you can take and use to beat Motaro, or at least have an easier time beating him. Like I said, this isn't a foolproof plan, as you saw with Kung Lao there. Something unexpected happened, and then I kind of had to think on my feet and go, okay, let me try this and like that. But as far as I know, and this is revision 2.1, so I don't know if Motaro's thinking, so to speak, changes with the other revisions. So keep that in mind as well. But if you're playing a 2.1 revision, which I think a lot of re-releases use anyways, you should be able to put that into practice with any character that you use and beat this dude and finally get up the arcade ladder, because I find Shao Kahn sometimes is easier to fight than Motaro. But that being said, thank you very much for checking it out, fellow Radiant Stars and combatants. And if you want to see the reel that I put together of me beating Motaro with every character, I'll put a link in the description for that, and for main cheats, link in the description as well. Thank you for tuning in, and no matter what anybody says, remember, you are a beautiful star. Take care.